Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of A Recipe for Adventure. I'm your host, Freebie Wits, and joining me today, and we're going to do something a bit differently here, is Sai. Don't say hello.
Okay, I won't.
Excellent. He's done what I've asked him. We're on the right path. Um,
Yeah, I understand reverse psychology. You say you're okay with it, but your actual intention was to get me to say that word.
it's true, and it annoys me that you saw right through it so quickly.
Well, of
One,
course I did.
eventually, again, we've gotten you to do it, like, technically a
Twice.
couple times now, yep. And we'll get you to do it again. We've gone through, like, what? This is the 45th episode or something like that? We'll get you to do it again sometime.
Yeah, I think I promised a 50 episode wait.
I guess it's not too long.
Oh no, not at episode 50. I mean, waiting another 50 episodes.
God darn it. Okay. Whatever. Point is, for people watching, please comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And the question I'm going to ask this week is, it's actually a two-parter, but I'm all going to say it. I'm going to say it all in one episode. Is what D&D class would you personally like to be in real life? And more realistically, what D&D class do you think you actually are? Because I think the answer to that second part is we're one of the NPC classes, unfortunately. But yes, what D&D character would you personally like to be?
I like if it was a class,
Mm-mm-mm.
that is a very difficult one.
Because, like, the
Because
ideal answer is let's be a wizard so we can cast Wish eventually, but there's no telling how, like, there's no way we can get to level 20 or whatever level it is to
yeah,
cast that spell by then. So, like, I suppose we're looking at the
yeah,
first three levels, ideally, for our lifespan, right?
yeah, like if I had to pick one,
Hmm.
um, like yes, it would be wizard, but specifically blade singer.
Oh,
And part of that is just because I love that the mixture of both magic and melee, and also blade singing has like this inherent musical like attachment to it.
mm-mm.
That for me, all I can imagine is, hell yeah, it's playing my boss music now.
That's a
And
thing?
it's blade singing, right?
I've never played the Blade Singer, so I don't actually know. Tell me how Blade Singer works, just quickly.
Well, blade singing basically is the sort of, I guess, the best way to describe it is like the melee wizard.
So
And
it's not a bard subclass
no, it is a wizard subclass.
that happens
What?
to have music in it.
Well, whether or not it is actually musical is debatable, but the general idea is that the blade singer is, well, the practice of blade singing,
Sure.
which was an elvish practice. I believe, depending on lore, changes around there, but um, notably, when I think of blade singing, I think of Elistrea, the drow goddess, who's the daughter of Lolth, who is basically Lolth's opponent in terms of trying to have the drow be nice compared to evil douches.
Sure.
But blade singing is a sort of like the infusion of magic and blade together,
Mm-mm-mm.
and it basically blends swordsmanship with magic. Now, whether it's they call it blade singing, like the exact reason why, not too sure, but because of the association of like it's like a blade dance, all that type of stuff, I often attribute like like song to it. Yeah. So here's like a little written thing about it that I just quickly pulled up.
Yeah.
While the word blade song referred to the whistling sound a blazing as weapon made when cutting through the air, the style itself resembles something like a dance.
Okay.
So it's technically there's no actual music to it, though.
It's just a turn of phrase.
Yeah. Well, the blade singing refers to like how the blade moves.
Okay. It's like So the
So
way that someone could
yeah,
say, "Oh, when the chef cooks in the kitchen, he makes the spatula sing" or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It's very much like a like
turn of
it's like the
phrase.
song. Yeah, it's the song is the blades movement through the air, and
Okay.
that the user dances as they do it. But for me, I love to imagine just my own theme music playing as I go into the stance, and because I'm someone who loves both, fighting physically up close as well as magic.
Mm-mm.
Something that really fits both. Like the blade singer really kind of sings to me. Of
Mm.
course, if we were to decide what kind of class I actually am, uh, I would probably be. I think the D&D NPC class is the expert,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
where I just know a bunch of random stuff and can help people out pretty good.
That sounds about right. Uh yeah, no, I always see those what do you call it? Quizzes or people go online saying, "Yeah, I would totally be a wizard because I'm so smart," or "I would totally be like a barbarian because I'm so strong." It's like, no, no, no. You 9 times out of 10, you guys would be one of the NPC classes. It's
Hmm.
unfortunate.
If I had to say an actual class, I think I would technically be rogue.
You think so? Like you have sneak attack?
Well, I am, despite being quite the rotund individual that I am,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprisingly good at being quiet.
Mm.
And I used to have a lot of fun, um, just like popping up out of nowhere and giving people a little like, "Oh, wait, when did you get here?" type of thing.
It's funny that you
And
mentioned that because I'm
yeah,
actually really good at that
yes,
myself.
yeah, you're really good at that while wearing heavy armor, which is a fun thing.
It's
But yes,
for those you don't know, I do LARP, or at least did. I have other responsibilities now, but I'd like to get back into it one day. And yes, no, people are very surprised how quiet and stealthy I am in a suit of heavy armor. It's not what people suspect. I think I'd be an expert too, who just happens to have medium armor proficiency. I say it's heavy, but no, compared to like actual heavy armor, I'd say mine is medium because I just wear plate that covers not everything, like the chest, stomach, arms, shoulders, and like parts of my thighs, I guess, and shins.
yeah,
But like a lot of the joints are left uncovered, so it's technically not really a full suit of armor. I'm pretty mobile in it.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I
So,
think
what
I'd be
class
expert
would you
just like
want to
that.
be?
I would want to be bard because, like, obviously, like clerics have like some game-changing stuff where they can literally heal people, but they can't really heal limbs or like cure diseases at lower levels. Barbarians are super strong and like can rage themselves and like are D12 hit dice, so they're tougher than like the average person and all that stuff. But the reason why I want to go bard is two reasons. Number one, inspiration, inspiring words. I can literally give pep talks to people,
Hmm.
equal to my charisma, which I'd like to think I have at least 14 of. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'd like to think I've got at least a +2 there.
Ooh, ooh, debatable. I would say +3.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think you're selling yourself short.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Um,
Mm.
so potentially +3. But the other thing is the Song of Rest, because like even if I'm not magically healing people like a cleric would, I feel like at lower levels, I believe that's the only AoE healing that any class at lower levels can get. Granted, you can only do it during rest, hence Song of Rest, but still. And the third biggest reason, Jack of all trades. I can essentially pick up any skill I want and just be not amazing at it, but decent enough that I can fool a layman. It just like I'm sure I could do a lot of stuff as a spellcaster, as a wizard, and all that stuff, but I
Well,
feel
bards are spellcasters anyway, so
oh yes, but they're not spellcasters for the sake of spellcasting. Dedicated spellcast, I should say. They can do a little bit of everything. They're very versatile, is my point, and their non-jack of all trades ability lends itself to supporting other people, and I just want to do that. I just want to help people. So that's our answers for our classes. Hopefully people agree with us, but if not, once again, comment down below. Potentially add in what you think your class would be, what you'd want to be, all that stuff. And I do believe we've just finished off the Salamander's Cave.
Oh, you're a little bit behind, my friend. We did do the Salamander's Cave, but we did more than that. We're going past there.
What?
If you remember, there's no map for it, which is why you're probably confused.
Oh, yes, the Golden Sands Trading Company. Of course.
Yep. Yes, no, we did a lot of stuff with the Golden Sands Trading Company of like what kind of things they'd buy, what they'd sell, the fact that they're stuck in the snow, even though it's definitely shouldn't be a snow. It's in the middle of, well, what should have been a desert.
So I just want to... Okay, so where do we go from here after we hit the Golden Sands Trading Company?
So, I think, like, for you and me, we decided we wanted this to be a kind of like our semi-final stop.
Yeah.
But, like, part of me wants to meet one more person before we get in.
Person, so not settlement or group, person.
No, because, like, I was thinking, it doesn't make sense for the Golden Sands Trading Company to necessarily know too much about what the party will be going into for the last stretch.
Sure.
So I was doing some thinking, as I often do. You know, sometimes you sit there and your brain just does things.
Sure.
And I was thinking it'd be interesting to have like someone, like maybe like a hunter or something.
Okay.
That lives in the area and actively knows that maybe not. He doesn't necessarily know. It's like it is a blizzard dragon. But knows that
something weird is going up north.
Yep, something fierce and dangerous is up north and has been like roaming the area. Like knows like things about like the area's past, maybe. And it's just like sort of. So like I was thinking very much like a
literal hermit.
Yeah, potentially a hermit who hunts the area.
Okay.
Like someone who knows like this is where we are. This place used to be like, you know, a volcano on the edges of the desert.
And now this guy's like environment has changed and he's like,
yeah,
this sucks. Okay, so let's set the scene. Following the star, the players come across a small hut built into the side of a large boulder. How's that sound?
Yeah. Like, I think at this point, we should also make mention that we're, like, near, like, a ridge of mountains, or, like, potentially, like, this boulder is at, like, the base of a mountain.
At the base of a snow-capped mountain. Outside sits an old, weathered, and bearded man in an old cloak, let's see, chopping firewood. How's that sound?
Yeah, I like the idea. Just like the old, the old hermit.
Yeah. Despite his hunched form, his sharp gaze immediately notices the party. Oh wait, no, not even that. Okay, if players choose chose to approach this area using stealth, they must roll stealth DC, let's say something ridiculously high, 25, shall we?
Yeah. I'll go like 23.
23.
Possible, but very unlikely.
Or else. Okay. He then greets them. So, like, otherwise he'll just keep chopping his wood and not notice them. If the hermit is surprised, he will immediately pull out a crossbow that was previously hidden by his cloak. If attacked, he will fight back. There we go. So basically, hang on. I'm just trying to think of a way to okay. DC 24. 23. Okay, hidden by his cloak. If the players come in peace, he will put away his weapon. There we go.
So,
if he notices the players, then despite... So yeah, this guy, I don't want to make him too powerful, but I want to kind of like make it clear to the players that this guy is on his own and he survived out here on his own, sort of thing. So what do you want him to like reveal?
Well, I was going to say, if he's going to fight back, he's going to need a stat block.
Oh, that's true. Okay, let me.
And so immediately I started to think, like, do I just make him like a sort of like maybe an archer for in terms of stat block and just kind of adjust it, to be like crossbow rather than bow.
Yeah. Maybe. Like he's going to be a ranger of some sort, so relatively high level, but like maybe not even relatively high level, maybe as high level as the players. So he's still a badass, but like the players can overcome him if they really want to, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like, because the party should be level 5 at the moment.
Yeah, level 5 ranger, level 5 characters. What proficiency are they at? Like 3, I think? 2 or 3?
They do have proficiency bonus 3 at this point.
Yeah, and then like so.
Okay. I was looking for stuff that's like level like CR5.
Yeah.
The Master Thief is CR5, and that's a stat block that I could probably easily adjust to be like a,
what's the
guy's
perception level at that level?
Well, this one has perception 13. But that's because they have. Well, just +3, just +3.
Oh.
But as I said, this is a stat block I can take and adjust because it's got like hiding, being careful, the ability to like disengage and take pot shots with like a crossbow, that type of stuff. And finding an actual ranger could be a bit hard for like the rough level we're going for.
Yeah, this guy. I guess this guy won't be a major character, so it doesn't matter what we do with him per se.
Yeah, but I think like a level 5 stat block probably is going to be the best we can do that will get him something along the lines. Yeah, no. What I'll do is I'll just quickly like start putting together a stat block. Unfortunately, it's not from base stuff, so I don't think Master Thief is going to just be in Roll20. No. Searching.
I mean, I'm basically trying to draw this guy right now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I haven't used my tablet in so long. It feels very clunky.
Oh, I could put together a stat block pretty fast because I could just nick a stat block. So I'm going to do that very fast. And then just kind of adjust it. But while I do that, let's discuss this fellow here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a hermit who lives on the outskirts.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he's living at the bottom of this mountain. This mountain, which should have been on the edge of a desert, is snowing.
Mm-mm.
Like, naturally, people are going to be wondering, what is he doing here?
What's his deal here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, why are you here?
Mm-mm.
And I think that's a good thing to start with, right?
Okay, so what do we call this guy? Let's just give him a random name.
Well, let's decide. Is he like some sort of human? Is he half elf? Maybe a dwarf?
Ooh, I didn't even consider the dwarven bit.
You described him with the beard. I'm like, ooh, just like some dwarven hermit who's like lives like on the edge of what should have been a desert in the side of a mountain. And since this place used to be a volcano,
yeah,
I could imagine originally he was like, I'm going to move to this this abandoned volcano. Maybe it used to be a forge of some kind. Only to get here, and very soon after arriving, it's just like frozen down. And so he doesn't even have like the cool volcano he moved here for originally.
So he's like, he's pissed off for so many different reasons. Basically, is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
So
you like the idea of the dwarvish hermit?
Yeah, I like the idea of the dwarvish hermit. Oh gosh, yeah, my tablet is. I'm so out of practice that the sensitivity is like really off of me. I think part of it is also I'm working on a resolution I'm not used to for this specific drawing because I was only planning to use it for like something. What do you call it? Very slapdash. I was thinking of using it originally for like a map and such like that, but gosh. Okay, you know what? This will be gosh, because every time I push a specific weight on this thing, it just goes into a different mode. It kind of like, all right, there's our little dwarf guy for now. Let me give him a bit more hair, make him a bit more scraggly. Yeah, he looks very upset. Would you say he looks upset?
I'd say he definitely looks upset. Yeah.
I don't want to make him, well, hostile to begin with, but like definitely not absolutely friendly. Okay, so he's a dwarven hermit. He's got an axe. He's got a crossbow. Like he may not even like give his full name, so we don't have to give him like a full-on like identity per se. He's just a gruff, oldish dwarf hermit. Lived on his own for a while. Let's call him Grizel.
Oh, it's like I've lived here so long I've forgotten my own name. Just call me Grizel.
Grizel the dwarf says he doesn't get many visitors out here. Mentions it used to be a lot warmer, and now it's not. So he doesn't like. It's all like read between the lines, he's obviously upset and such like that. Um, so like, what do we like have him share with the party per se, if anything?
So, I think one of the first big ones would definitely be the fact that, you know, like offhandedly mentioning it, it's like, no, legitimately, this place used to be a desert.
Mm.
Like I moved here on the edge of the desert, and I've watched the desert slowly be covered with snow, both during the night and during the day.
Watched many nights, days that slowly changed and became snow. Okay.
Because that really kind of gets across the fact, like, if the desert itself, where everyone's like, oh yeah, deserts during the night they're cold, snowing during the night I can understand, and then like snowing during the day as well,
So
it's just ridiculous.
So maybe he's obviously inexperienced, kind of like maybe not hero or even adventurer, but like experienced sort of fighter type person, who's obviously lived on his own and survived out here. He may not necessarily know what a calamity dragon is, but he certainly know the symptoms. So maybe he could say
Yeah.
something like, a lot of the monsters and animals here are spooked. If it were just the weather, they'd behave differently. I don't know what caused this change, but I bet it's something big, something scary. And frankly, if I met it, I'd probably hide. So, like, he doesn't directly say what it is. The players have a clue, though, because, it was part of their dream and such like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. The players all receive a vision of a blizzard dragon freezing the world if left unchecked. So, like, the players are like, oh, he's just describing the blizzard dragon. If players mention that it's a blizzard dragon, he'll shrug and admit that they're probably right. Never seen a dragon before, but that wouldn't surprise me considering stories I've heard. Okay. Grizel. So, like, I'm just wondering, do we want to give, like, does Grizzle give any more information or, like, help the players in any other way? Oh, wait, he could mention the lair up there, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could say, like, while most things, flee keep, like, away from the mountain, on occasion there's movement up the top. Sometimes something moves through the snows up there. It's hard to make out, but there is something dangerous up there in the snows.
I never go close enough to see what it is. Since, okay, is something is there upon that peak, moving through the snow, right where that star is, actually, now that I look at it. Wait, right under where that star is, actually, now that I look at it. Just to, drive home that prophecy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Now that I think before all this snow, and I think you're going to love this detail, before all this snow, and before my leg started to play up, I actually wanted to travel up there on the count of it being the ancestral forge of my people before it was, let's see, abandoned.
I realize that we've technically done 2 abandoned dwarven locations in a row, but I'm fine with it.
Okay. Unrelated to the snow, mind you. There we go. So, let me see if this makes sense. I never go close enough to see what it is, but something is there up on that peak, moving through the snow, under where the star is actually now that I look at it. Before all the snow and before my legs started to play up, I actually wanted to travel up there on the count of it being the ancestral forge of my people before it was abandoned. Unrelated to the snow, mind you. So it's like, any more help from there, you think? Like, I just wanted to add in the leg thing just to explain. It's like, hey, come with us. We'll go slay the dragon together. And it's like, number one, he doesn't want to get close to enough to there because it's scary.
Yep.
And he'll admit it. He's an honest dwarf. And then, like, second of all, it's like, nah, my leg's gone. Can't make the trek, sort of thing.
Yeah. But one of the things is, like, he can offer them, a safe night's sleep in his home. Though it's cramped, it will protect them from the snow.
We'll offer the party the following boons if requested. So, like, a safe, warm, if cramped, space to spend the night and have a long rest. Do we want him to offer anything else? Like, as a trade even?
Well, you can have him offer, like, rations.
Okay. He can... actually, I kind of want it the opposite. Like, he wants rations in exchange for stuff. Just because he's a bit out of the way and his normal, like, food has, like, gone scarce. So, like, he's still surviving, but it's, like, it's hard. So he wouldn't, like, offer out his own rations. Maybe he'll ask for rations from the players.
Okay.
So, like, he's willing to give up stuff like, oh, well, I don't use this anymore, sort of thing. Willing.
I mean,
yeah.
Like, what about, like, a map of the area?
Oh, yeah. Of the little forge, give an old map of the forge in exchange for some rations. Yeah. So, like, we'll have to make a version of the map to give to players. So it could just be like a really rough thing, and it won't show all the information. And obviously, it'll show rooms that aren't there because, like, the new room will be crumbled or something, or destroyed, stuff like that.
Yeah, we definitely, like, maybe highlight this so we can remember to come back to it later. And when we get to dungeon building, we'll I guess we're going to be building, like, technically 3 versions of the dungeon. Its original version, its frozen over version, and then the thawed version.
I mean, the thawed version, we don't even have to put, like, too much detail into. We could have, like, hand-drawn, say, yep, this is, like, the really, really old records of what it was. It's a bit degraded, so, like, also, it's been hundreds of years, so it won't be 100% accurate.
I mean, maybe we can even use, like, the basic drawing we use while we're playing at the dungeon.
just apply a filter or something to make it look like it's on parchment.
Mm-hmm.
Make the map in GIMP can be janky. So I'll comment on that. There we go. Do you think he'll give up anything else? Or even lend anything?
Ooh, how about spare cloaks? Because you're potentially going to actual Blizzard. Like, yeah, willing to offer like spare, like, I guess like fur cloaks for those traveling into the snow.
We'll trade. We'll give fur coats, which will give resistance against environmental cold.
Mm-hmm.
In exchange for some rations once more.
Yeah, I just like the idea is like, I've got, I need a hobby. And I've hunted some things with nice fur. And so I've learned how to make cloaks. They're not pretty, but they will protect you.
Yep. Do we want to give him like any notable items? Like, because we have the Titan Slayer, Nature's Defender, like anything he's willing to either give away or even just lend.
He's a dwarf that came here to kind of like visit the ancestral forge of his people, right?
Yeah.
Part of me thinks it'd be cool if he had like an actual like
Artifact?
war. I was gonna say a warhammer or
Ooh.
something of the sorts that was meant to be used for like forging. But that's something that's like, yeah, that's totally I've given up on this point.
Oh, so he doesn't really have much use for it. He's just like
he hasn't thrown it away because that's just wasteful, but he also has no use for it.
So it's like it's big and thick. It could be used as a warhammer, even
maybe even a maul if you want to go crazy.
Okay, let's just double check what the players have. I know we've done this before. In terms of weapons, so we've got an hand axe, we've got a trident, we've got a silver rapier, a staff. I don't remember if we wrote it down, but it counts as a quarterstaff.
Yeah, I don't think we've given out a massive two-handed weapon yet.
No, okay.
In which case, make it a maul.
Okay.
Which is like a 2d6 bludgeoning weapon.
Okay. So we'd call it ancient forge hammer.
Yeah.
Ancient forge hammer, and can be Grizel's hut. Okay. I don't even want to make it. Do we want to make it magic or?
If it's magic, it would just be +1.
Okay. So it's a +1.
Maul.
Okay. So nothing too special, but I do want to make it special, but just not in the way like it's said here.
Yeah.
So we just tell the players it's a +1 more for now, and then in brackets I'm gonna say seems to resonate when around very specific areas or items, and the idea is that it will act as a key.
Ooh.
So you can use it to open up chests or certain doors. Not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, in the forge. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. It's like it's an ancient dwarven smith's hammer, and as they say, the smiths have access. It's literally their keycard and their tool. I like it.
It is essentially a magical weaponized key card. Okay, so I like. Okay. We'll give his ancient. Well, no, not give. Lend his ancient warhammer. Forge hammer. Wait, do we call it a warhammer or forge hammer? Forge hammer.
It is technically a maul, so using the term warhammer would probably not be appropriate.
Should we
So
call it a
use forge.
forge hammer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Forge hammer. If players promise to bring it to the forge and show it to his ancestors. So that will be like a little mini quest on its own. I'd like to think like,
Yeah.
and then like offer it to his ancestors. Offer it to his ancestors. That's it. There we go. So that'll be his. No, not even lend. Give. Was to bring it to forge and offer it to his ancestors. So like that can be a quest. So if they get to the forge and they put the hammer there and leave it, maybe we can give the players like a minor boon later on or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-mm-mm.
Immediately, I had the idea. It is not magical at the moment.
Oh,
It is non-magical, bar the key card thing, right?
Not even the plus one.
Yeah. Do you know the old story of like the old man who drops the axe in the water?
Yeah, vaguely. Like the idea he drops the old crummy axe, and then like a spirit says, like, "Is this your axe?" and pulls out like a silver and gold one, and he says no, and he's super honest, and eventually, yeah, like,
well, imagine doing something like that, where it's like if you go and you offer the axe by plunging it into the lava, it comes back out, but now it's like +1.
Oh.
So only if they are willing to offer the axe into the lavas as per the request will they get back a magical forge, magical maul in return.
Okay, you know what? Hang on. So /forged. So okay, enchanted ancient forge hammer, and I want to just. So I want it to like can only be obtained by deciphering. I know I'm spelling it wrong, but yep, it fixed the chain like the thingy. Deciphering the forge, which is carved instructions after bringing the ancient forge hammer to the mountain lair. We'll just call it the mountain lair.
Yeah.
And then,
so,
what effects do we give this thing? Shall we even talk about it now?
We can talk about it later, but I just like the idea that if no one uses the maul, they can return the the enchanted version back and get a boon in payment.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that way you could do the best of both worlds, because you like give a boon, and I'm like give the cool magical like hammer, and so it's like if you return the enchanted hammer to Grizel, he gives a boon in return, and likewise he will also allow you to just keep the hammer because you fulfilled his mission that he could not do himself. So either way, it's like you get a choice, right?
Oh, I like that. So, all right. So we'll talk about. Okay, so, okay, so we'll talk about the quest thingy here. Okay, there are 2 outcomes to this. Number 1, the hammer becomes enchanted. 2, the hammer is returned to Grizel. Wait, Grizel or Grisel? I forgot
Grizel.
Grizel. And the players gain a minor boon. Do we want to talk about which minor boon first, or do we just skip it for now?
I think we can come back for that later.
Okay.
Because it will be after completing the dungeon both forward and back.
Okay.
So I think have it highlighted. We can come back to it later, or we could just crack open the book right now.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
tempted. Let's go. Let's go. Book time.
I do love to read the boons and stuff like that in the
Yep.
DMG. Like,
Okay.
I'm wondering if we just want to flat out give actually, what boons have we given to the players so far? Because I remember that we gave the players a boon back in the sunken city of Kraken's Pearl at one point, didn't we?
Yeah, we've given out a couple of boons here and there.
Oh, I don't see them. Oh, are they called boons or are they called something else? I can't remember.
It might have been referred to as a blessing or a charm.
Oh, okay. Blessing.
Because yeah, I don't think we've given out a blessing per se.
We do have a pseudo blessing. From the priestess, the Swagan one that gives them it moves like a swim speed and such like that.
Yep.
Um, hmm.
Yeah. Because I think we've given out a charm of heroism
Okay, here we go.
and a charm of vitality, I think.
So if the player, okay, so back at the temple underwater, if the
Mm-hmm.
players donate anything to the altar and leave peacefully, um, on a result of 10 or more, they roll the dice. They can get a charm of vitality or a
Yep.
blessing of a weapon enchantment in addition to a charm of vitality.
Yes. So we have done the blessing once. Okay.
Okay. Charm of hero. Who gives the helm? Oh, they do get the charm of heroism if they give the ghost in
Yeah.
Krakenopolis back their helmet. Um, so there have been a few charms and blessings here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, so what can we give this dwarf
Well,
guy?
if it is a forge based thing, right?
Yeah.
I think the blessing of protection is definitely the blessing I would probably give.
Mm-mm. What does
Where
the
it's like
blessing of protection do?
it gives the person who receives it a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Protection. Ooh, an entire party who gets that. That's just useful for anyone and everyone.
Yeah, I would only give it to one person, but yeah, to the person who receives it, a a special like passive +1 to AC and saving throws. It's really good.
All right. The hammer is turned to Grizel and gives one of the players the blessing of protection. Do we want to talk about the enchantment to the weapon then, like the ancient
Might,
forge, the enchanted ancient
okay,
forge hammer?
might as well then, right?
Yeah.
So, I've opened up not just the DMG because the DMG won't have too many things. I think for a mall, there's only really the Maul of Warning and I think Vicious Maul, like the couple of every weapon can have it.
Mm. Do we
So
want to? Do we want to come up
I
with something unique then?
we can come up with something unique. I also have a couple of potentials as well, but I'm open to this one being like kind of unique.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's make something unique out of this thing. So, uh, whoever uses it has to be in the forge. So maybe resistance. Okay, requires attunement is the
Mm-hmm.
obvious one.
Yep.
Mint. Uh, and then they gain like the following features. So because they're part of a forge, I mean it's a
Mm-hmm.
forge hammer. Um,
Yep.
what's the word? Oscar, think. Uh,
High resistance.
gains fire resistance. That's the word. Gains fire resistance. Um, hmm. Do we want to give a bonus, like a racial bonus? Because we haven't really done that sort of thing. But then again, do we even need to?
I don't think so, because that could get a bit a bit too restrictive.
Okay.
I mean, yes, rewarding someone for being a race can be cool at times,
But then we
but
kind of have to
also,
do it for everyone. And we kind of already did it with the Dwarven diving suit to a degree. Reduces movement by 5 feet if the user is not a dwarf.
yeah.
Yeah, let's not
But
go too crazy there.
yeah, so what we can do is like, it gives resistance to fire,
hmm
but maybe we also make it do fire damage as well, like the flame tongue does potentially. Though we've just given out the salamander thing, which does a bit of fire damage.
I have an
So
idea
maybe
then. If the, what do you call it? The wielder, the user? How does it usually define these things? And like when it comes to weapons.
normally it's like when you do something.
Okay. No. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna word it now. I'm just gonna say it out as it comes out of my
Yep.
brain, and like we'll just
Yep.
reword it later. Uh, if the wielder has multiple. Wait. If the multiple. If bleh, I see what I've done wrong. Wielder can make multiple attacks with the hammer. The attuned creature can make multiple attacks with the hammer. They can give up an attack to make their next attack that round deal an additional, let's say, so a maul usually does 2d6 plus strength damage, right?
Yep.
An additional 10 damage. There we go. How's that sound?
That's like I know it sounds cool on paper, but I think mathematically that's actually a bad choice.
Okay.
Because like you are gaining the chance to do 10 additional damage if you give
Okay.
up an attack. However, if you make the attack anyway,
Yeah, no, I
you
see
have a
what you're
chance to
getting
deal
at.
10 additional damage or potentially more.
Okay,
So,
okay. All right.
I
All
mean,
right.
if you want to do that type of thing, I would just make it do more damage.
Sure, sure. Okay, you know what? I've got another one. As an attack, players may strike ground and deal 2d6 damage, 2d6 plus STR damage to all creatures within reach. Creatures hit with this attack must make a DC 15 STR save or be knocked prone. There we go. How's that sound? Still no?
Oh no, I'm liking it. I would note like a character must like take a short rest before they could use this power again or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
per
because like
long rest as an attack, then. Once per long rest as an attack. Oh, or is it better to do it your way at the end?
it's usually done at the end.
Oh, okay. So wait, how did you phrase it? Can only be used
Uh,
once per long rest?
the attuned creature regains the use of this power after a short or long rest.
Regains the use of this ability? Power?
Ability works fine.
Every long. Do we want to make long or short rest? Long rest. Okay. Within reach. Creatures hit with this attack must make DC 15 strength saving throw. We're not prone. So it's just an AoE that they get.
Maybe like say may strike the ground, and then like rather than doing this, strike the ground, and just say attacking all creatures within reach.
Oh yeah, okay, so
because the 2d6 plus strength is what the damage of the weapon is anyway. So
point taken.
Yeah. So creatures within seconds make a DC 15 strength save or be knocked prone. Yep, cool.
All right, and do we want to do like gains fire resistance, becomes a +1 weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have after that I have one more cool thing to give to it.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Whenever you hit an object with this weapon, the hit is a critical hit.
Oh.
Which is that is the effect that adamantine weapons have.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay, let's go with that. Object specifically, yeah?
Yep. Whenever you hit an object with this weapon, the hit is a critical hit. So it's really good for like if you're hitting chains or trying to break down a door or whatever.
It's automatically a critical hit. I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like we've done that somewhere before, now that I think about it. Have we done that before?
Maybe not in this, I don't think.
Scepter of Foundations. No, that's not it.
I think the critical hit thing is the jar of 5-leaf clovers, where all critical hits fail.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the critical thing is from. Because we did something with critical hits, but it's not this.
Okay.
So yeah.
I was just looking at some of these items, and they can sort of be scaled by the later ones pretty quickly. Like the silver rapier is cool, but like then you look at all the other stuff, and whoever's like the rogue can feel pretty outclassed. So I'm thinking,
we give out we give out boons that have like made things +1 weapons and stuff, right?
And
it's like we literally sold yes, the silver rapier, but I believe we literally sell a scimitar, a piece of like ammunition. Like we are selling more weapons for people to use.
Okay. I'm just wondering if we want to do something for like Owl's potion / magic items thing, because we did make a.
In that case, then if we want,
because like so like most of the stuff he makes were potions of like stuff and such, but I think we mentioned like making a ring and coating, didn't we?
Yes. So if it's about making like weapons feel like really powerful, the oil of sharpness is where we'd want to go.
Oil of sharpness, eh?
It's pretty powerful, but the idea is that you apply it, and it takes a minute to do so. But after that, for 1 hour, the coated weapon is a magical +3 weapon.
Do we want to make it like a permanent version? Maybe not a +3, but like still permanent before they hit this area, because it feels like this is a long area. So like maybe something where in the sunken city of Kraken's Pearl they find a item that they can use to make a thing of sharpness.
Maybe. I don't think it matters too much. And even that silver rapier, it's like reminder that silver rapier does technically help with like devils and stuff.
Devils. That's a good point. All right, we'll come back to it some other time. It's just a random tangent of a note that I had.
Yeah. Okay. It's like yes, but like generally the +1 doesn't matter too much. Like +1's nice, but like everything's still good.
Okay. You know what? I think we've worked on this enough. We have little Grizzle's, hut and such like that, and he's talked about what we're gonna fight next. I think we've done enough tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe you can like token Grizzle and send him my way, and I can attach him to the stat block I made for him too.
All right, I'll find a picture of Grizzle on the internet or something as a
Well, I
stand-in
mean,
for now.
you have a picture of Grizzle right now.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you know what? Sure, I'll finish off Grizzle in a second then, outside of the actual video, I guess. Uh,
Yeah,
it's a really janky drawing, but I guess that's fine.
it's enough for a token.
It's enough for a token. Oh gosh, I really gotta get. Oh gosh, what is this? Yeah, This is terrible. All right. Um, you know what? Close enough. This is Grizzle.
Yep. As you said, you can finish it off later.
Okay. Anyways, my name is Freebowitz. Comment, like, and subscribe. And bye bye.
Ciao.